Welcome back to Pitch Battle. In this segment, we'll talk about changes that can be brought about to the World Cup to make it even more interesting. But before I touch upon that, the sledging thing was great fun, Ajay. So I have to quickly sneak this bit in. Mr. Gavaskar said you shouldn't abuse. If I could make you professor, because don't tell me you never abused on the cricket field, but never got called by the umpire or by the match referee. How do you manage that?
Look, that's not the only mistake I probably made in life. I made lots of other mistakes. You make, I mean, I've abused at times on the ground. I've been abused at times, but it doesn't justify that. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I totally agree with him.
But how do you
manage
has to
be a
without
banter, you can be witty, you can have things to say, you can stir up somebody without abusing somebody.
But how do you manage without being fined?
How do you manage without being fined?
Yeah.
Look.
You're an expert at that.
No, I wasn't an expert at that. We didn't have many match referees at that time starting off. And I think things have changed. There were periods, as every period goes, things do change. I think the opposition also had a part to play. If none of you complain to the match referee, either of you, the one who's abused or the one who's got abused, the matter ends on the ground. And I think at least till as long as I was around, that's what mostly happened.
Right,
Once somebody complains, then the matter becomes.
But you know, this is a way of life, Dino. Because when you and Sunny met today, what was the first thing he said to you?
I can't remember. It was 1,000 things I wanted to. How's your family? How's your life?
No, the very first thing he told you about was the practice match where
that's
India
right.
beat
First thing
Australia.
First thing. What are you Aussies going to be doing?
Right.
You're leaving early. What are you doing?
So without any abusing, that's just good fun sledging.
Well,
but with the abusing.
It is, you know, and when you win 3 World Cups in a row, you sort of sit back and think, is that the best you got? Really, you know, is that the best? I will quickly say that.
And 5 finals.
and we've been in 5 in the last 6. We've won in the last 6 World Cups. But look, all in all, if we win this, if Australia does win this World Cup, it'll be our greatest ever sporting achievement by any person or any particular team in our short history of our country. It's that big for us. We've only got 22 million people in our country, and for us to beat countries like yourself and Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka,
right,
it'll be one of the greatest efforts of all time, and we'll go close. You are worried about us, my dear friend. You are worried about us.
What's the numbers got to do with it? I mean, population got nothing to do with it.
It does.
What?
22 million people. How many people you want?
Well, I mean, it makes our selectors' job a little more tough. Don't you realise that they've only got to pick 14 from 22 million? Oh. Imagine trying to pick 14 from 1.2 billion.
Yeah, you still get it wrong.
Quickly, so we already have the cream, right? That's taking on Australia.
Well, we've got another part in our trophy spot just to put that next World Cup in there. Don't worry, it's all organised.
I'm afraid that's unfortunately all the time that we have, Sonali, and so that will have to wait. Changes to the World Cup
right,
next
but Nikhil,
episode.
We've got this entire week of pitch battle, 7 to 8 every single night with our 3 experts over here. Lots of fun stuff to talk about, so don't you go anywhere. But for the moment, thanks so much for joining us.